Before I begin this new story, remember to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel to view relevant content. And I hope you're having a fabulous day. Let's start. Lexi Tenhausen, a swim coach from Burke County, Florida, did not allow parents to attend training, and she had evasive protocols for running her swim camp. When the 4-year-old Israel Izzy Scott drowned on June 14, 2021, she was not charged. Recently, Lexi Tenhausen has been issued a warrant for the drowning of Israel Scott. There was a cover-up in this case. At first, it was only his mother, Dory Scott, local media, and several others giving details and doing the heavy lifting because some law enforcement officials were not doing their job. Here is a background story. According to the police report, Israel Izzy Scott was one of 10 children participating in swim lessons at the home in Hesbia. Lexi Tenhausen allowed the young children to take laps at the shallow end of the pool, including putting their head underwater. YouTube family, Izzy was only in day 2 of his swimming lessons. Why would Lexi Tenhausen let children independently take laps and encourage them to place their head underwater without being right by their side, even if it was on the shallow end? As an experienced educator, it is challenging when you have more than 5 children in one setting. However, 5 or more children in water is incredibly risky. It is evident that Israel Izzy Scott was left alone because he was found in the deep end of the pool. The swim coach did not notice Izzy was even missing until her granddaughter attempted to pull out the pool vacuum. All the children were finished relays and were drying off. That's when Lexi Tenhausen finally jumped into the deep end of the pool because her granddaughter saw Israel Izzy Scott's limp body, which was at the bottom of the pool. Again, Lexi Tenhausen had a policy in place. No parents were allowed to stay and watch their own children. It was a strict rule that she enforced. Additionally, she confirmed that her family members assisted her while working. Where were they? Ms. Tenhausen, with a parent who is a nurse, administered CPR on Israel Izzy Scott while he was unconscious. Israel Izzy Scott's mother, Dory Scott, found out the news this way, in quotes, "A lady knocks on my window. I'm sitting in a car and she's like, 'Come get your baby.' And when she said that, she said it kind of rude." Dory Scott said, in quote, "When I looked at her face and I just saw like tears in her eyes. So initially I knew something was wrong and I just started screaming," end quote. Every mother is in tune with their child. In her spirit, it was confirmed that Dory Scott's baby was in grave danger. In this case, she knew her baby had passed away. Israel Izzy Scott's father, Walter Scott, stated, in quote, "Anytime you leave a child under the care of someone else and you don't get that child back in the same way that you sent them off, then that person ultimately is responsible to whatever extent it may be," end of quotes. Israel Izzy Scott received CPR from EMT workers. Swiftly, he was transferred to a hospital where they established a pulse. Unfortunately, Israel Izzy Scott could no longer breathe on his own. I recall seeing the Facebook post created by Dory Scott around June 15th, stating she can't believe that she will never see her baby again. Dory Scott reminded every parent the importance of cherishing and hugging their child, because she said she never imagined that she would never see her child again. She posted, "Their lives will never be the same." When this crime first occurred, the sheriff declined to prosecute Miss. The Data Online press release said, while there may be some form of negligence, it was determined that the case lacked sufficient evidence to prove criminal negligence. Now I'm relieved that Lexi Tenhausen is being held accountable for being criminally negligent. On December 30th, 2022, Augusta Judicial Circuit DA Jared Williams has delegated for the Augusta, Georgia law enforcement to charge the swim instructor, Lexi Tenhausen, on one count misdemeanor charge of involuntary manslaughter. Miss Lexi Tenhausen lives in North Carolina, but will return to Georgia to face charges. However, most supporters of the Scott family and myself feel Lexi Tenhausen should face harsher charges. There wasn't any protocol for the swim camp establishment for safety for children. Neither the pool or residence were owned by Tenhausen either. Lexi Tenhausen chose to be lackadaisical and irresponsible while taking the role as a caretaker for children. She must serve her time. Presently, his parents have established the Israel Izzy Spencer Scott Foundation to help raise awareness and change laws to protect children against instructor-led drownings and more types of incidents for children who have passed away because of an instructor or a similar situation. YouTube family, it's the worst pain and loss for a child to pass away. However, it's especially worse when that loss was preventable. When that child leaves this world because of negligence, laziness, irresponsibility, all of the above, it's very heart-wrenching. My prayers and condolences continues to go out for the Scott family. Israel Scott's parents, siblings, and additional relatives until justice is served. I truly hope no other child and family will ever have to go through a hurtful crisis like this. Why do you think Lexi Tenhausen's arrest took so long? Do you think she should face more charges? Please leave your comments below. I would love to hear from all of you. And remember to hit the notification button. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Thanks a million and stay safe, everyone.